short story is the cunt's fucked, but we're gonna fix it. Sorry, Nick.
Here we go.
Hey man, what's going on, man? What's happening, bro?
Not too much.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
What's going on here?
Redirecting you on that stuff you were talking about doing, but I already had it all.
There's a lot going on here.
A
lot going on here. So, for everyone that knows what that is, you just caught me off guard. I've just had breakfast, and so we're actually still having breakfast. But yeah, Makddy,
I've got the MOTEC
Shane.T,
Yep. So we're gonna have to try to interface to it.
Alex Birrong.
And I've got a piece of cable that I use because I used to take.
We've literally just got off the plane.
Yep.
Got up straight from the airport, dropped our bags off at home. Shane's staying with me for the next 4 days. In the background, we've collaborated with Alex to work on Makddy. We've also done an ECU change out to a MOTEC. Shane organised that while he was here through MOTEC Australia. We have gotten the engine out of the car while we were over at Jambo. Engine got rebuilt, it's got updated gear in it, completely different valve train, it's got different cams, springs, bit of porting, retainers. It's now a custom Mac Racing package that you will find on all our cars moving forward, and especially the big Mac car in the States. That package has already been proven, dynoed and tested over there, and we're going to do the same here now with Mr. T, and we're going to see how it goes. Everyone was asking, where's Makddy? This is where Makddy is. This is where it's going to be living for a while. We're excited about the times ahead. So stay tuned, because today's a special day. It's day one of us getting this thing started, running. Hopefully, if we can get to the dyno today, tomorrow, whatever it is. But just from getting, just to be at this point is a very exciting and humbling moment for myself. And progression is something that we all strive for, and perfection. And that's what we're doing here today, is we're going to try and perfect something that we've sort of all collaborated on together to create, and go from there. So exciting times ahead, and these guys here will have a lot to say throughout the day, so stay tuned.
All right, well, this happened in a heartbeat, to be honest with you. Murad reached out to us at the boys at Birrong, and we had a meeting. We had a get together with himself and his crew. We had a discussion on what he wanted and what he wanted to achieve and where he wanted to be. He asked us a couple of questions, we answered them, and we immediately had a connection. I feel like we had a connection, and it progressed from there. Then eventually, I would say not even 2 days later, the car came to the shop, doors shut, engine out, and we sent the engine off to go get its new Mac package that Mac is chasing and what Mac wants to do. We've ended up here now, we've repinned it, we pulled the Haltech out of the car, we repinned it for the MOTEC M150 under Shane's instructions with the way he wants it pinned out. We've got our Sparky in the dyno room just touching up a few things now and seeing what else needs to be checked. But hopefully in the next, I'd say probably 4 hours, I reckon we're going to fire this bad boy up.
Yeah. So yeah, look, it's been a pretty cool transition over here to Birrong, under Alex and the boys. And like you said, you know, we sat down, had a chat. When I decided to obviously move forward with my program, I wanted to really make sure that I pick someone that I'm also going to be able to sort of get along with and mesh with. And the chemistry had to be right. Alex is a very dedicated person. He's really passionate, and I think for someone that's been in the industry for a long time, this is a great opportunity for him to be able to showcase what he can do on that real top level. He's obviously got a lot of cars, and he's built a lot of cars over time, and he has some big cars here that he's working on which I'm sure Tom will capture in B-rolls and stuff like that. So he's no stranger to this, and we're not coming here and telling him what to do. If anything, we're listening to him and his guidance. But he's gone through the car and he's sort of, made sure that, from bumper to bumper, every nut and bolt is where it should be and how it should be. And I really like that about this place. The attention to detail and sort of the communication has been great. And I think that's a big thing in any relationship. Of course. Because that's what this ultimately is. It sort of forms a sort of relationship. So it's the beginning of a new journey. It's the beginning of a new road. And let's just see where it goes. I'm excited. I'm happy. I think, again, with the guidance of Shane and the MOTEC and our tune-up and our new engine package program now that we've created, I think, the future looks bright. So let's just see how it goes, have some fun, enjoy it, and go from there.
Let's get it done.
Make do with what you got, right?
Nah,
Like
not here.
C16 can, and then for a table like trash bin with a fucking piece of plywood over it, and there's your work desk.
This is like the Atlantis Royal in Dubai. You know what I mean? This is how we're going to treat it. Seven star.
It's like the Burj Al Arab.
Yeah.
How are you, mate? See ya. I need to get.
There you go, look at that.
Is there power in there? Maybe
There's power, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Need to cut up your salad real fast, you know what I mean? This is, just leave that there. I'm not going to start off like that here.
Shane.T, how you going, mate?
I'm going well, sir. How are you doing?
Good.
It's
You're
good
a
to see
Jambo.
you again, man.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. You're a Jambo.
I was a Jambo, yeah. I came over to work on the former Team Techno Toys S15.
Oh yeah. How'd it
And
go?
yeah, well, we could have done better. I mean, we had made some changes to the car, but the big change was a different clutch. And so we had to go through the struggle of trying to figure out how to get that clutch to work with that car. And it's not ideal to try and do that at an event like Jambo.
Yeah.
Of course, we planned to test, but the weather wasn't cooperating with that. So we ended up there and trying to do it during qualifying, and it just didn't go spectacularly. Well, it was actually spectacular, just in a bad way. It broke the U-joint that goes into the diff, or the drive shaft goes on the diff, and then ripped the drive shaft around underneath the tunnel and tore up the forelink and ripped out the wishbone and tore up the chassis and sent some of the parts through the roof. And so anyway, we're gonna have to regroup on that one a little bit and put some bigger, stronger parts in it and give it another shot another day.
Well, that's racing, isn't it?
It is indeed.
That's it.
But meanwhile, since I was coming down for that project, Big Mac called me and said, hey, I got another project for you if you want to take it. I said, okay, what is it? He says, my VL. Okay, well, I don't even know what a VL is, right? I'm from the US. So yeah, he says, look, I'm thinking about putting the MOTEC on my other race car. And if you've got time and you're inclined, when you come down to the shop. I've got it at a actually introduces the guy as just someone named Alex. Got this guy Alex's shop. He doesn't do a lot of MOTEC, but if you're willing to help him, we switch it over to MOTEC and get it tuned before you go home. I said, sure, why not? Sounds like a fun time to me. So in conversing back and forth, I eventually asked for Alex's email. He sends me his email address, and it's Alex Birrong, Birrong Automotive. Well, I know his reputation precedes him. I know him as a high-level expert in this area of the world. And so I was excited to have the opportunity then to be able to work with him closely hand in hand on this project. So this is something that came up sort of last minute. I was writing firmware for it when I left the States, sent these guys a list of pins and where to move wires around, because we took the old engine management system out, replaced it with the MOTEC one. Yeah. I was at MOTEC last week for a visit. I picked up an ECU while I was there, had it shipped over here. And the rest of it sort of all fell into place. So this is one of those things where we have a limited amount of time and we're doing a big job. And so there's two of us working together, collaborating, if you want, on this, me and Alex, and obviously his team here. So I'm super excited to see where it goes, but this is one of those opportunities you have for something to be overlooked, right? Because you're making a massive swing, and it's a lot different starting from something that's already been put together that you have to basically work into than if you start from scratch, like Big Mac, the actual race car. Which, by the way, I got lots of questions over the weekend if I was still involved with that team, and I don't know where that was coming from, but it turns out that I have some settings set on my Instagram that won't allow people to tag me, which I just found out about. So we're gonna change that, and then they'll be able to tag me on all the posts like everybody expects. But yeah, anyway, I'm a huge part of the Big Mac team, and we're working really hard to do some more development on that project that will actually translate into this project because it's the same engine in both cars. Anyway, so down here at Birrong Automotive, and they've got the car wired up to my spec. I just have to go over the pins, the routing, go back over the firmware, make sure everything's right. Once again, I said big opportunity for failure here because we're doing a really big job in a really small amount of time. So undoubtedly we'll have overlooked something that we'll stumble on, and then you'll be along for the ride on that, just like you were over in the States when we were struggling with that car. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We should be able to get it running by the end of today. That would be the hope. And then hopefully on the dyno tomorrow. And then if we need more time, we've got Wednesday and a little bit of Thursday if we need it. So we'll see how we get on.
Well, the VL is a bit of a iconic drag car in Australia.
I'm stoked. This will be my first VL. Yeah, proper VL, my first VL that I've touched. I worked with the guys at JW on some other VLs, but this will be the first one that I've had my hands on.
What do you think of the VL?
I think it's awesome. I had no idea that it came with the RB originally. So somebody was telling me the history of the VL the other day, and it's like, oh, now I understand why everyone uses it, right? Because it was a relatively low-cost car that people could get their hands on, and it already had an RB as kind of the base. So that made it an obvious choice to turn it into a race car.
Well, we'll see how we get going. See if we can get it started today.
Good on you, mate. Sweet as.
That's it.
So what we'll do is we'll plug in the PDM, unplug the dash, and like anything we could have fucked up that we don't want to smoke.
Yep.
We'll get the PDM powered up and make sure that it rogers up and the outputs and all that shit are programmed like they look reasonable, and then we can start putting stuff in one at a time to make sure.
Yep. No problem.
Right, plug the dash in, yep, it comes up, ECU comes up, okay, we're good there.
Yep.
And just go slowly. No, and that's not anything against your work. That's just strictly how it works.
Yeah.
You know,
We're gonna
like,
change a few things anyway.
even when we build a brand new loom over there, it's the same thing.
yeah.
You start with PDM and then you fix whatever errors there are. And that's just, we're doing something super difficult here, which is trying to take something that was already there and morph it into what we need it to be.
Work,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no problem. No, that's
So,
fine.
So we'll just work through whatever it is. And
Yeah,
no
we're just
pressure.
going to move ice block and bottle warmer.
yeah.
Swap them around up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that was the 20 amp output
Yeah.
thing we're going to do. So the thing is that these are, these are going to end up on the 2/8s, but if they're already in the high, then it's 2 pins already anyway, so you might as well just take it out, use 2 lows.
Yep.
I'll program them the same, so I'll make that change
Yep.
while you're doing that.
Yep.
And then we'll have a config that potentially matches,
Yep,
and we'll just
no
go
problem.
through it one item at a time, and we'll be 100% that it's right.
Yep, no problem.
Shane,
Done.
will we just use the TC8 for now and then change it over?
No. When
You
I've
just not
got
wanna-
the other ones here, no, I don't want to waste my time because I'm sure the CAN message doesn't match what
Yeah,
MOTEC
right.
is looking for, because the MOTEC one mimics the E888.
Okay.
Right, so we'll just take it out. I mean, it can just sit there for now. We don't
Yeah.
have to do anything. The other one will be here this afternoon when my other bag shows up, and then we can literally bolt it in. And I got, like I said, I have our harness for it too, and you guys can just cut the harness, do whatever you need to do to make it work.
Yep.
And then that one's in, done, and it'll work just like an E888. The ECU already is looking for the message, so it should be drop in and go.
Cool. Sweet as.
Yeah, it's actually worked out good because
Yep.
you can't get them anymore in the US.
Oh, can I
The
go?
MOTEC one, which is good because I hate them. They're shit. But I happen to have one for testing.
Yeah.
So I looked through my bag of tricks. Yes, I've still got one and a harness, so I just brought it with me because it was the only way we were going to get one. It was either that or you have to reverse engineer the CAN message, which we probably could have done, but it was far easier to, and I don't want that thing anyway. Let it be his problem, not my
Yeah, let
problem.
it be his problem. That's it.
So just for the viewers, this car was Haltech and now it's going in MOTEC. What's involved with converting it over to that? What needs to be changed?
So the two systems are very functionally similar, right? They use all the same kind of sensor inputs and outputs. So it's really a matter of mapping the physical wires on the connector to the right places. Haltech does something kind of unique in the industry where they have a power distribution module built in with the ECU. So you sort of have all of that lined up in one place. You literally hook up power and ground to the top, and then all of your wires and your outputs for fans and relay, where you normally would have relays, things like that, all that stuff's inside the power distribution module. MOTEC philosophically doesn't believe in combining the two together. because their view is that if you have the high current outputs on the same circuit board or in the same device as all the things running the engine, you could potentially have a problem where you're going to have a short circuit and that causes something to fail in the engine. So philosophically, they don't believe in sticking them together. They have two separate units. They both do the same job, it's just two different boxes. So what we had to do is just map out where the outputs needed to go, which box they needed to go to, where the inputs needed to go. So the rest of the car is going to stay the same. All the components that were on it before are still there. We've just changed the control part of it and had to remap which wire goes to which point. And as you can imagine, the two manufacturers don't put the same things in the same physical location on the pins, so you can't just plug it straight in. You need a Sparky to extract the wires out and put them in the right place on the connectors. So I gave him the roadmap of where I needed it to be. He's worked on that. I worked on the configs. Now we marry the two configs together, test his work, test my work, one step at a time, work our way through. It'll be super boring because nothing's going to be happening but me and him going back and forth for hours. And then we'll be and once we're done checking everything and we're 100% sure, then we can work on making noise and see if we can get it to run and all those things.
Good old wiring and pins, it's bringing back some flashbacks.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So, off we go.
Hey, bro. What's up, bro? What's happening? You made it.
Made it. How you doing?
Thanks for coming down, man.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Excited
Awesome
to be
have
here.
you. Oh, man.
I can't wait.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Awesome.
That's sick.
How's the day been so far?
Well, I just got off the plane about an hour ago.
Yeah, likewise.
Literally grabbed Shane. We were on the same flight, put our bags down, and just headed straight over here.
Wicked.
So we were all meant to actually do that together.
We were supposed to be as
But
well.
We got what's the
delayed.
other word to delayed? I don't even know what you call that.
Yeah. Well, they moved it. It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to fly out at 8:05, and then we got moved to 9:15.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're here.
We are here.
Which is
We
the
are
main
here.
thing, right?
100%. So, for everyone watching that doesn't know who this man is, this is Josh from Kelford Cams, and there is a lot to the background of why Josh is here, but we will touch on that through another vlog, which we will be filming tonight.
Yep.
And we'll talk about what happened there. But obviously, if you know, you know, and if you understand, you understand. And that's all we need to say right now.
Pretty sweet.
Pretty exciting. The guys have come all the way from NZ, well, from Jambo via NZ to be here with Shane to get Makddy fired up and tested with a new setup that's in it. So I am really excited, but honoured also to have you here.
Yeah.
And to also,
likewise.
and to have you as part of Big Mac as well in the States, and to be able to talk about this soon and get it out there for everyone to see what's gone into getting us to this point right here.
For sure.
Is epic. So stay tuned because the
Stay
Makddy
tuned,
vlog
right? Yeah.
just got a whole heap more interesting.
Thanks, man.
Welcome, my bro.
And it's now going to
Okay,
become
mate.
some
Yeah,
of the
good.
things
We're getting
that
there.
we're
Are you
gonna
hungry
put
to help?
I'm alright, thanks.
Yeah, no,
Well,
cheers.
it's there on the table.
So I've
Help
done
yourself.
1 and 2, but if I have to move,
Yeah, we're doing good. We've pinned it over. We've
Sorry,
spent like
21,
2 weeks.
Has everyone here
on this
met?
car. Now we have.
We
yeah.
have now,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, I forgot to do introductions.
Yeah. We've gone gangbusters on this car. Cool. Like pulling the motor out, putting it in, repinning the MOTEC. It's just like checking over the whole car, making sure everything's like tight.
Yep.
3 of us check the car. Like, I'll check it, then Chris will check it, then the other Chris will check it, and we'll go back. You know, so
Nice.
we're just like flat out making sure it's right. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, sweet.
I think we finished this car, to be honest, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Friday night.
Shit.
Yeah, so we were good to go. I knew like the weekend was just like chill.
Yep.
This guy goes to me, he goes, "You coming to Queensland?" I said, "Fuck no. How the fuck am I going to go to Queensland when he's can't in this fucking state, you know?"
Yeah.
So we stayed back. And,
Have you had it running yet?
No, not yet.
No. Close.
No, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Couple hours.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll get there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, man.
We've gotten so far already. Yeah. In such a short period of time.
Yep,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
I just
Was
want
such a big job, right?
100%.
Was the engine went in last week?
Thursday?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Came here 10 o'clock.
The cams and springs left our place the week prior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the boys did what they needed to do.
Yep.
And then we got the engine here. I think Noah dropped it off at like 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. and then we slammed it straight away. Like we just all hands on deck and
No mucking around, eh?
no.
No. And Shane's giving me a time frame for the amount of time he could stay, so I said, well, we have to now work around that clock.
Sure.
So
It's always
get it done, we have
kidnapping and holding him here. And
But I just want to manage everyone's expectation. Like my method is not like what we did when we were doing Big Mac because we were in thrash mode trying to get shit done like in less time than we had. But my normal, you're going to be like, what are we doing? Why are we fucking sitting here with him dicking around with a laptop and we haven't made any noise with the car yet? But my philosophy is the thing needs a certain amount of time spent on it before it'll come correct. Now you can choose to spend that time on your terms or on its terms. So what I mean by that is if you get all excited and you slam all the shit together, oh, it powers up, oh cool, hit the ignition, all that comes on, oh good, see if it'll start, let's see if it'll run, and then you have all kinds of bullshit going on that you try to figure out and fucking spin your tires and, waste your fucking time.
Yeah.
Or you can spend that time systematically going through every single input and output to make sure it's 100% right. And then when you finally go to hit the key, it'll fire up and run like a normal car would.
which is what you did overseas.
Yeah. Well,
Every time we finished the wiring harness, you were checking that.
At a time,
I know.
But this is a different deal because we've combined the whole thing into one. Yeah. So we have to go. So I'm just letting you know when it's several hours from now and you're like, why haven't we started it? When I say it's time to start it, we'll be ready to start it and run it and probably put it right on the
Are we
dyno.
not seasoned enough now to know waiting a couple of hours is not a big deal?
It's called respect and communication, right? Something
that's
new
what you're
we're
my
going to be
buddy.
doing at
That's
Big
what
Mac.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh shit.
Communication's key, right?
It's always key.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Well, we were all meant to be here at the same time. They didn't miss their flight.
Nah,
Theirs got delayed.
They moved it to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we hadn't left the hotel in time.
So they moved it forward?
They moved it forward.
Really?
Yes, we didn't get there in time.
How the fuck do you do that?
But without telling us. So they were able to move us to a 9:15, which was almost perfect.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But how'd you guys sleep last night?
Honestly, I was in bed by like, I think 11.
Yeah,
I
sweet.
thought, I'm just going to have an early one. Luckily, we left early because I ended up watching the rest of it on YouTube.
Yep.
But I was like, man, I can't stay here. And luckily, because
We left at 7 or something.
So you left not long after us?
Yeah.
Wow, that's all right.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. We watched all the big cars and that was
Sitting in the corporate box by ourselves.
Yeah, when we were leaving, we were like, stay. And you're like, really?
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, man. Like, it was sort of
No one else is going to be in here, right?
100%. It's pretty cool.
How was Jumbo anyway?
It was
It
good.
was good.
It was real good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Looked like CRD took out.
Yeah.
Yeah, took it out last night.
Uh-huh.
Yep, which was good.
With which car?
George Zevsky.
George's Pro Mod, yeah.
What do you run?
6'9",
6'9".
255.
No.
5'9".
Sorry, 5'9".
5'9". Sorry.
Like what?
593, I think was the PB on that car.
Yeah, 593.
Yeah,
nice.
593, which
Mile
is
per hour's
pretty
come
good.
up as well, right?
255 on that.
Yeah.
55 mile,
And
yeah.
I saw Rika took out.
Like with ease, 190 mile.
Yeah.
They went 560
How good's
something,
that
I think,
car,
at like 190. I was like,
That's epic. Like,
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
epic, man. Yeah, you're right.
It went
They went-
39. They clicked it at probably 1,200 feet. It went 49 at like 220.
Yeah,
220 and half track.
Yeah, that thing's a weapon. So I hate fucking blower cars. They're a way better tool to race with than a turbo car.
Yeah.
And that's why I love turbos, right? But that thing runs like a turbo. That thing is fast.
Yeah, it's so fast.
And it's obviously quick at the front, like all blower cars are.
Yeah.
That thing's a badass.
that thing's crazy. That, Maulers, and
What happened with
Zeta's car's the one that I can't wait to see. That thing is going to be
I heard Muller broke the
next
drift.
level. Yeah, snapped the housing, I think, in half. But Zeta's car, I was just actually speaking
flights?
to him on the phone. That thing has the potential to go forwards.
Wow.
It's got what it needs.
When's he coming out?
There is not much difference between that and the Taylor car, Shane, which you know all about. The Jeremy Taylor car, the twin turbo car.
I don't know. Is that a Pro Mod?
Yeah, the Pro Mod, twin turbo, MOTEC,
I don't remember. I don't know what that. I don't even know which car. Mustang? I got nothing. Sorry, I'm in the middle.
He's in tune mode.
Yeah, cool. Can I check the car out, bro?
Go hard, mate.
I've got these for you, puppy. Only for you, bro. Hey, wait, I'm going to open up now, man.
What actually is that?
You motherfuckers are getting spoiled today. Hey?
Well, if you watched our channel before, it's always just us eating.
I just know what you eat. You eat shit all the time.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in America, we have no choice but to eat shit.
Yeah, okay.
The food at the end was good, that's why.
That looks like some Nutella. Oh no, I know what that is. This is like at every Balkan person's house in like a glass bowl.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
And they got to stay fresh.
Yeah.
Balkan fucking.
Oh,
I know it's sugar, but you got to have that.
That's dangerous.
we're getting diabetes. Cholesterol first with the Birrong, and now sugar is oh. It's good, bro.
It is good, isn't it?
High tension leads because it'll potentially cross
Interfere.
talk. Yeah.
Interfere.
These are good, but let's see if we can maybe get these on this side. Might not matter, but it's just like best practice thing, right? At least when it has a problem, I won't be able to blame it on this.
So what are you shifting?
Right, let me just get this boot on. I'm just taking the primary, these are the trigger wires that go to the coils. And these are the high voltage outputs, the secondary spark wire that goes down to the spark plug. So this is kind of like a broadcast antenna, right? Because it's super high voltage level stuff. So it's just never a good practice to run any other leads that aren't high voltage anywhere near the high voltage leads. It might not matter, but as I said, best practice, right?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna change how it's laying in. I mean, the way it was a minute ago is these were underneath, crossing at a 90-degree angle to these, and just suits me better to be this way. So we're just gonna cut the zip ties and just reroute these a little bit.
Going on?
Well, where we're at now is we knew doing this, because this is absolutely the hardest possible way to do this job, is to take someone else's design and harness layout and try and reverse engineer it and convert it and swap it over to something else. It's far easier to design everything from scratch and build it from scratch. That way you know what everything is. And normally I wouldn't even settle for this because you're taking the risk of whatever inherent problems the last person built into the wiring loom and incorporating them into your system. However, in this case, I know personally the guy that did the wiring on this car at the last place it was, and he's a really good kid and he does a really good job. So I trust that what he's done is correct. The difference in the two systems is that one can use a powered device as a CAN hub, so you can plug lots. CAN is a communication network on the car, and all of the boxes talk to each other over that CAN network. So they use a hub that's powered up that allows multiple devices to communicate with each other without having to physically wire the CAN connection together, the communication link. MOTEC does it a different way. They don't use a CAN hub, they literally wire the things all together, so it's hardwired and it cannot be disconnected. You can't lose power to the CAN hub and lose the whole CAN bus. Again, different philosophy, right? So the problem that we have is that the CAN hub is required to be able to communicate with the power distribution module. So the CAN hub has to have power. The problem is the CAN hub gets power from the power distribution module. In this case, the power distribution module's here. We've now got it out of the car, right? And for me to be able to program this to send power to the communication hub, I have to be able to get it powered up and talk to it. So we've removed it from the car. We're going to do a quick little jumper harness on the bench, put the configuration in the PDM, which will then send the power to the communication bus, put it back in the car and test it and make sure that it then works. So this is snag number one, right? But I'm sure there'll be way more of these that happen as we move forward to the next steps.
I'm just going to pretend I understood everything that you just said then, because me and Wise don't mix. But
right. Okay,
that sounds complicated.
The short story is the cunt's fucked, but we're going to fix it.
How tech to MOTEC. It's like going from dumb to smart.
Video you did at the track, go up?
The
one
podcast?
The podcast, yeah.
No, Tom's got a few little tweaks left on it, and
Sure.
that should go up probably.
Daniel's son, wax on, wax off.
Is that good, bro? Yeah, that should go up tomorrow. It was good, I watched it though.
Yeah, sweet.
Sick.
Fuck, I don't do this on my own car.
Oh, you are a fucking legend.
I got remote controls called AKA Zane and Ashton, my sons.
Remote control.
The fuck is this shit?
Alright, where's that sticker? Let's get that fucking
Yeah, he's done the maroon ones too.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
He colour matched them, mate. This guy is an absolute legend, bro. He's fucking like there hasn't been a time that I haven't fucking called him and he has not been able to drop everything and make it. So Hamza from Elusive Wraps, thank you very much once again for coming through. We got some custom Kelford stickers that we're going to stick on the car because obviously Josh is here and no better way to
Pretty exciting part, eh?
no better way to fucking let the cat out the bag, eh? And to get a sticker on the car. So we're gonna peel this bad boy off and get a prime location for Kelford right on the front windscreen, so everyone can tell what's in there, which everyone already knows.
Well, they will know.
Yeah. All but they know anyway. Because
Yeah.
all the fastest have Kelford in them, right?
That's right.
If anything, we're just following the trend. Alright, who's good with this shit?
Not me.
Alright, colour's right, we've got a few bubbles, but nothing a pin's not going to fix.
A few.
Hey!
Nothing a bit of horsepower won't fix. Right, how are we going to do this one?
I want to measure that distance. There.
What's the guess? I reckon it's 18 mil
From where to where?
from D to C.
The colour match is actually really.
How good is that?
That's actually really spot on, isn't it?
That's actual PPF.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't like. It's off brand, but it actually makes it.
Okay, cool. So this is literally the
Yeah.
It's the little things.
There you go. Kelford Cams. What a collab. Well, what a fuck. Some love, bro.
You haven't seen it.
If you do that off camera, they might be thinking that. Okay, well then in theory, I think we can take
just the
PDM
colour.
back in the car and see if the fucking can have Rogers. I think they talk to it.
Yeah, I suppose
They
it
does,
does.
they got wire it, whatever the fuck we're gonna do.
Like a little pin, you know, like
Oh,
a
we definitely have enough to find that out, so let's at least find that out first.
like a pin.
Air bubbles.
As long as you got the output.
And it's
Who put the sticker on, man?
What's wrong with it? It's got pimples.
It's got pimples.
anytime the PDM's on.
It's got a bit of acne.
The main switch at the back.
Looks good though.
That looks real good.
It's fucking sick. The color matching ripped
The
it.
rear one tests the battery. The whole car's dead. When that's on, the one is on. And the dash, whatever it is, it's going to be either on or off, whatever I use.
What?
I don't think that's.
For what part?
I don't think it's. I just want to put holes to get the air bubbles out.
On the sticker.
That can't be too big.
So we'll use that one as a pill. It's going into PDM as a reference. It's feeding 12 volts, which is fucked because the PDM.
Are you going to see that on camera?
Yep.
just on that pull it down. because the PDM doesn't know.
Nice.
It looks like it's got like flakes through it. It's an effect. You know what I mean? Special effect. Pimples. What do you reckon? Pimples? Going through puberty. Yeah.
I'll bring it in next time. I'll bring it in tomorrow.
We'll get a pin.
I'll bring it in.
Our car's not going to work.
It's stuck on, right?
But we just need a pin. That's what they do.
Mechanical workshop, mate.
They just go like.
I've got one for the Kamiga in the garage.
Shit.
Let's go try the PDM real quick and make sure the top's exposed. Okay, so then we need this over there and we need this on.
How bad will you look in the camera?
Yeah, good. This out.
Oh yeah, when you fucking zoom in.
Which I do all the time.
Yeah, but you weren't zooming in.
Yes, I was.
Go pull it back. See? Can you see it now? Yeah, but see, you're not doing that.
Yes, I am. Look, you can see the light bouncing.
I can see more of a reflection of my lights than
There,
people's.
there, look.
You're dreaming.
How's it looking?
Yeah, well, we're just past the first hurdle, so we'll see if we can get it to roger up with that whole CAN hub thing I was talking about. So now we've got the PDM program that the output will put power to the CAN hub.
Yes,
So now the question is, if we plug it all in, like we think it ought to work, do we actually get to communicate with the PDM? And if we do, then we move to the next step. And if we don't, then we rewire it so that it works like it's supposed to be, without the CAN hub in place.
Yeah, right. So send me power first, not the CAN system.
Let me just make sure that it's not now suddenly talking. I don't know, it thinks it might be stuck. Here, hang on a second, let me take this out. It looked like it was trying to say it was 100%. Every time you have a coffee, I'll have a coffee. The last thing you would want to do to debug the wiring harness would be to put it in the race car and then start trying to figure it out. Normally you would build the harness off the race car, test all of this shit on a test bench where you can reach it and change stuff and easily get to it, make sure that it all works, and then stick it in the race car and just verify that nothing's changed. But in this case, it's like worst case scenario, you're upside down and backwards under a dash trying to debug it and reach places you can't see or reach, so less than ideal.
Did you do your hair today too? Fuck, he did.
Not really.
He did his hair.
Yeah?
Nick did his
What
fucking
you doing
hair
the way
today.
about the last time we got the shoes?
Mate, it looks like it's done. I think he's done
Get
it.
down the least, please.
Getting ready. Okay, mate, the film crew's going to be here. Puppy's going to fucking sort him out, make him look hot. He's ready to go. The Sparky with his hair. He's done his hair.
Does he not usually do his hair?
Never.
It's because I've got a haircut.
Ah.
Yeah, it looks like it's done. It's not. So we ready?
Oh, yeah, fuck it, switch was on. We got it. So, we didn't fucking do anything different, right?
That black pin.
Shouldn't make any difference. I mean, I'm gonna look, we didn't have a back
Yeah,
pin
well,
over there. I can assure you it doesn't need it in there, but my guess is that something wasn't actually plugged in somewhere. Right, and then us fucking around unplugging it and plugging it back in, we actually made a connection, so. Okay, so anyways, we're now down to, so the dash is on.
Yep.
So now plug in we could power it back off, plug in the M150. Yeah. This may be our next struggle, right? Well, no, the ECU is going to be on that same bit of CAN bus that we have now, right? Because the PDM and the ECU are on the same CAN bus, was physically spliced from our yeah.
Shane,
Yes, sir.
back again, the second day.
That's it, day 2.
How's the car going?
Yeah, it's giving us a little bit of a fit here and there. We're trying to square up the crank and the cam sensors and make sure we have the reference from both. We got the crank, but not the cam. So the cam sensor's easy enough to get to. It's right here on the top. We had a spare sensor, plugged it in, stuck it over a bolt. It seems to work. So for whatever reason, the cam sensor seems to be dead. So we're going to put this spare in and see if it triggers then. As long as it'll trigger, then we can move forward. And of course, we've already dealt with a laptop that doesn't want to boot this morning, so I'm on a second laptop, borrowed laptop, so it's definitely fighting us. We'll
Every car does.
yeah, that's right. Well, they all want a certain amount of love. You have to give them a certain amount of love before they'll come correct. So that's what this one wants too, and we'll just give it whatever it needs. Keep sorting through the problems until we run out of problems to solve.
Sounds good.
Through those alleyways, tucking, navigating the weight. Every package is a hustle. I'm riding the weight, no slowing, improving. Baking these cakes moving. Through with the take, ooh, with the thrill I create. Demons are playing, no overstand. I'm free in my zone. Drop hit, pick it up, goes full control. Don't mind if I splash while I'm making these waves. Life like a knife, baby, and I'm cutting my way. I'm better.
Old school. Don't need a laptop for that one. Literally screwdriver tuning.
Wow.
Circa 1980s.
Is this the one that you were talking about last night?
Yeah. The dude gave me this.
Really rare.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah. 100% for my collection.
Hard to find one of those.
Yeah. Many thanks, Matt Spry. Even got a harness for it.
Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Should do that in here a little bit.
What's the update from the car at the minute, mate?
Okay, so that's it.
The update is I had to go get some parts, so we make sure we got some spare leads and stuff for this car. We're just about to do a timing check, make sure everything's good. We've got oil pressure, which is a really good sign. We've got a new starter motor in the car. It's another good sign.
Wait, hang on. Why do we have a new starter motor?
The starter motor shit itself yesterday. Decided to have a heart attack. So we have them in stock anyway because they're just.
Is that a common thing?
Yeah, it's a common thing, you know. But when you update them and you put a new starter motor in them, a brand new one, it works pretty good. So that's what happened with the starter motor. Now Shane's just about to let me know what he wants me to do, and I'll check where the timing's sitting, and hopefully soon enough we're going to crank this bitch and start.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
He's told me it syncs. It syncs already because we cranked it, and it's so after we fixed the cam sensor, it syncs. So it should start sparking once it starts cranking. So just
easy.
You should see somewhere around TDC. And it may not be dead perfect, and we can try and get it closer. You know, tell me up if I need more timing, or let you whichever way I'll move it, and undoubtedly we'll get it backwards the first time, but we'll get it lined up, and then once we've got it close. So you guys are good to go. It's obviously close. It's trying to run.
Yeah, like it's 3 degrees.
Yeah, 3 degrees is close enough for it to run. So let me. Why don't we don't have fuel in it yet, yeah? No fuel in the tank, there's obviously something in it. Or whatever's in the rail.
Like it. Did you put fuel in this yet? No. Let's get some fuel in it, please.
Before you put fuel,
yeah.
Let's just make sure.
You want
to
do it all right.
Cycle because it's trying to run, but let me just give it a squirt of brake cleaner or whatever and see if it'll just start and die.
And dash spanner for the top so we can open it up.
Let's see.
Yeah. Ether.
Start your bar. Tell me, no good?
No, it's all right. I mean, normally I just use brake clean, but honestly, this is probably better since we're trying to put it down this one fucking hole.
No.
Just be careful with how much we give it.
Your hard drive's getting shifted to a new laptop.
That's fine.
And they're coming back now.
That's fine.
Yeah, all good, bro.
Love it.
Yeah, it's powered up. Yeah.
Your laptop shit itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
it started this shit the other day when I was at Jambo, and I went to boot it in the morning, and it like the little light on the laptop is going on and off, and it's not booting. And I'm like, okay. So then I thought it was power, and I tried power, and that didn't fix it. And then I monkeyed around with it for a while, and then eventually I like flexed the whole case, like where the keyboard is, just went like this, and it wouldn't come on at all. And I thought, ooh, well, if it doesn't like that direction, let me try the other one. And it booted, so I thought, shit, it's got a broken part. Either the motherboard's broke, there's a tray, something's fucked up. So I took the memory stick that I had and at least got like the configuration for this thing onto it. So, because this was the biggest thing. Like I could tune that car over there with another laptop. I don't have to write firmware, but I have to write firmware for this. So I need the base piece that I started with in the States before I just create it from scratch on another laptop. So I saved that quick. And it seemed to work the rest of the day, so I left it. The next morning, came back, wouldn't boot again. Like, ah, crap. So then I went to my other friend, Nathan Blotus, and he had a bigger memory stick, and we downloaded everything off of it that we possibly could need as a backup, just in case this eventuality happened. Then after that, it booted every time. So I started thinking it was a temperature thing. We came in this morning. I was going to leave the laptop here and leave it on all night, but it ended up getting shut off. Came in this morning, it wouldn't boot. Threw it out on your car to try and heat it up, thinking it was a heat thing, wouldn't boot. So at some point, I'm like, forget it. Let me just get back connected to the car and move forward with everything I can do with his laptop. Download a new version of software, whatever to it, to be able to connect to the car and keep working on the configurations so we could try and do what we're doing now, check the timing and whatever else. We're close enough now. I think it might fire up. We'll see. Don't trip over my cords. Sorry.
All good.
Laptop's dying. If anyone's watched the Makddy vlog, we all know the pain of that.
Oh, yeah, this seems to be a theme, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna leave it in check mode at 20, but just see if it'll go for it. If it'll start and die, then that's good enough. Then we can work on putting fuel in it, and I still have other things to do, but let's see what it does when you try and hit it now. Yeah, give it a rip. Winning. Okay, that's good enough. Now we know it's for sure gonna run. We can get the timing light off for now. When we are ready to run it and like we have pumps and all that stuff, water in it, fuel in it, whatever, then we'll actually run it and check the timing again. But for right now, it's obviously close enough to run, so. Well, that's how it's supposed to go, but fuck, it's not supposed to take it a day and a half to get to there. So what's going on is that like we obviously, because we're repinning everything, we don't trust what we've done. We're trying to make sure it's right. So when we plug the pressure sensors in, like for the lockup pressure and the line pressure, the normal pressure transducers that we all typically use work between 0.5 volt and 4.5 volts. So you would expect, because there's no pressure on anything because the car's not running, that the voltage would be somewhere around 0.5 volt, kind of like this converter pressure one is. It's 0.48, so that's pretty close. But the line pressure right now is 1.5 volts. So if it's 1.5 volts, that would be a calibration of 130 PSI based on the sensor that's in the car. Well, we know there's not 130 PSI right now, it's not running. So this voltage is out of range for 0 PSI. But we don't know if we've screwed the wiring up or if something's going on with the sensor. So to verify it, we just took a brand new known good sensor and plugged it in. And as soon as we plugged it in, the voltage dropped down to the 0.5 volts like we expect. Same thing on the lockup pressure channel. So we know, because we're using a known good sensor, and we know the range should be 0.5 to 4.5, and right now we have 0 because nothing's running, that we would expect to see 0.5 volt. And when we didn't see that, we're just using the sensor to confirm we didn't screw the wiring in. Once we know that we've got the pins in the right spot, now we know both sensors they have a scaling problem, something's wrong with them, whatever. So we just replace them with brand new sensors and move on to the next thing.
Success.
Success.
So we had a bit of an issue with Shane's laptop. It's been really worked the last couple of days, and we couldn't power it on this morning, so easy fix. We got him another one. We moved everything over and we're ready to rock and roll.
Brand new laptop.
There we go.
I don't know what you did, but you convinced him. That's great. Okay, so what's this? It's got
so leave
the drive from here.
I just put the drive in here onto that. Everything's there. So I've given you that back. That's yours.
Yep,
and I've got you a new charger. That charges for that.
Okay. All right. Let me work on that one in a minute.
Done.
Let me finish with what I'm doing here.
Oh, you've been using that one?
Getting fucking yeah. I've been working on his around everything I could do without that.
Good stuff.
So we can try and move forward.
Nothing like new laptop feels like.
Well, it feels good to have it back. I mean, I'll be really happy when I open it up and I've got the firmware that I've been writing for this, and I can start modifying that to match all these other changes that I need. But there's been plenty of other setup, and we've been finding little problems, and so it's not like we didn't waste the time, but still, a little bit of a sigh of relief, I guess you could say. Output. If I could just get keyboard's different from the other one I had, so the spacing on the keys is fucking me all up. Just copy this to here. Control V. Output duty cycle is going to be 1.0 ratio. Frequency will be 0. And close bracket. Let's make sure it'll compile. Failed because there's no condition for the second purge. So that's it. The S that's basically purge. Not test. Or not purge. Okay, so
Lunchtime.
Hungry?
Yeah, definitely. What do we got?
We got some chicken sizzle sandwiches.
good. Now let me go to the lockup.
Got some chips, of course.
Okay.
I won't eat these.
Turn it off. On again. Boom. Function. Now put it in gear other than neutral. Yep. Okay, good. Put it back in neutral. All right. So I'm watching the resultant output at the ECU from your request through the keypad, which is only allowed through the PDM when the neutral switch is on. So there's no way it can ever get the lockup turned on accidentally. It'll only purge when it's in neutral. So that part's functional. Oh, thanks, man.
Come here, Nick.
That looks huge. You got it. Got it, Alex.
Just before we have this, right?
Yeah.
Just before you go, we got two fuel solenoids.
Yep.
We've got two nitrous solenoids.
Yep.
The two nitrous solenoids go to a block.
Yep.
The two fuel solenoids go to a separate block.
Okay.
And then there's one fogger.
Coming off the block, you got one line from the block to the fogger from fuel and one line to the fogger from nitrous.
Yep.
Okay. So that's cool.
But there's four solenoids.
Yeah, got it. Well, are they tiny? They're obviously not tiny. They draw that much current, so.
Yeah, they're huge. They're the big ones.
Are you? So I just need to know. There's two sets of solenoids. There's a fuel solenoid and a nitrous solenoid, one for each stage, right? And we've got them separated stage 1, stage 2. So I need to know what jet is in each stage.
Okay. So in each stage.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one fogger, but there's four solenoids.
Hang on a second. So you're telling me there's a single fogger nozzle,
Yeah.
and there's two nitrous solenoids feeding a single nitrous jet?
Yeah.
Are they?
So it runs off a block. Runs off like a little fuel block.
The two solenoids feed a block after the solenoid.
Yeah.
And then that goes to a jet.
Then that goes to a jet.
Fuck. So I mean, you would have all this delay in when the solenoid comes on. It has to fill the block, back feed to the other solenoid, I guess, and then feed the line to the. And then when you turn it off, it's going to drain all that nitrous in.
Yeah. And there's no purge.
That purge part's probably okay because it can purge through the motor if you. But okay, so we have two. Hang on. We have two stages of nitrous, separate stage control, but no matter which one I turn on, they feed only a single jet. So in reality, we really only have one stage.
Yeah.
And there's no need for us to turn all these solenoids on because unless the solenoid's smaller than the jet.
Yeah. And that jet can only flow so much anyway.
Right.
One jet.
Right. So I guess maybe let's take that jet out and see if it's huge. Maybe that jet's like fucking, basically drilled wide open, and that's how you get the extra nitrous. The other solenoid is able to flow enough to keep up with the jet.
Yeah, but regardless, when you drill the jet, that fogger can only flow so much power.
100%.
Yeah.
As long as you can't outrun it with maybe that jet is big enough that one solenoid can't outrun it, and so that's why the second solenoid needs to be in there. This is some really weird shit, man.
I got it. But we'll check the
All right,
jets
we'll
and
do
see
it
what's
check
going
and
on.
figure out what it is.
Okay, no worries. Okay. All right, we've got two fuel solenoids and we've got two nitrous solenoids. They're both fed off a block on each. So this is a fuel supply that goes to the fuel solenoids, and then there's a nitrous supply that goes to the nitrous solenoids, and then one of each solenoid, so one nitrous solenoid and one fuel solenoid goes to one fogger. And it looks like it's ready for a second stage if it ever needs to go to that second stage of nitrous.
So we're about to start it.
Soon.
Yeah. Like the fuel's in it, oil's in it. I think the spark plugs are in it. Yeah, we're good to go. Tranny oil's in, but one of the boys is going to come while I'm in the car. They can check the transmission oil.
You guys didn't get the new wires on, right?
For what?
Plug leads.
Oh, we sorted it.
Well,
Oh, you changed them already.
no. So it just pulled away from where it was clipped in.
Yeah.
So we just pulled it apart, pushed it back in. It's done. But we got a spare kit.
Yeah, got it. You sorted it.
Sorted, mate.
Sorted.
I think we might have to put that other starter on, but Alex, that one's a stronger starter than the standard one.
This one's rolling the motor over pretty
Right.
good.
Have you heard this car crank over?
It's like 300 fucking
You
RPM.
got the wrong starter motor, mate. Take it home. Don't worry about what you think you got, because I know you ain't got the right one. Trust me.
What do I do with it?
Huh?
What do I do with it?
I don't know. Use it as a doorstop or something.
What's wrong with this one?
That's the one we pulled out.
Look at all the hammer marks on it. Tap, 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 tap,
We'll
tap.
be tapping at it.
Jesus.
I think it's time to see if we can get it to go. Should we spray it again with Start You Bastard so it'll fire right up? And you got fuel in it now? He's working on the primer pump underneath, right?
Yep.
So we probably got to make sure there are no fuel leaks. And then we may have a bit of a game with these fucking dump valves.
So what's the purpose of that?
Just so it fires up straight away, instantly.
60 kilos.
Hey?
60 kilos, get in and out.
88, mate.
Is that really? That's good weight.
I'm 88 kilos.
That's good.
So it should just be ignition on the keypad and then the start button next to it. And, yeah.
So I'm going to primer check for fuel leaks, please.
Yeah, so there's a fuel primer on the far end. If you just hold the fuel primer button down, there you go. There it goes.
We good? So I'm going to fire it.
Okay.
Turn the fan on, eh?
Turn the fan on.
If you get any big problem, that toggle switch is at the whole car kill. It's like a battery kill. Yeah.
Yep.
If anything, you're not sure, just flip that up. It'll kill everything.
Like you got the little camera you got on the sorry, the screen, the LCD screen. It's sick,
Oh,
man.
how I'm seeing the camera.
Yeah. You've got everything.
Not too hard, but
It's hectic.
Okay, hold
Don't
it.
tell Herman that. I keep telling him I need more.
Don't do anything
Oh.
yet.
Thomas.
Why are we not starting?
We're just checking. We're just going to make sure that the water pump's the right polarity, so it's going the right way. The boys are going to check to make sure that there's no air in the cooling system as well. We just primed up the fuel to make sure there's no leaks in the injectors, in the fuel lines or anywhere else. We've already cranked the motor up and got some oil pressure on prior to this, just to make sure everything's good on that side as well. So just a couple more checks and then we're about to fire it.
Have a go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've only got 6 psi oil pressure.
No, hang on a second. I only got 6 also, so we either have a scaling problem with the sensor or we got some other problem. We had 38 and it dropped. So I don't know if it emptied something. I don't know if it emptied something or checked it, make sure that thing's got enough oil in the sump still. Maybe it just filled all the lines and emptied the fucking pan.
We had 10 litres in it. Chris, check the oil.
this hasn't moved, but I reckon we top her up.
Is there oil in that oil filter?
Yeah. The second it started, it was flowing through.
You saw it flying through?
Yes.
And no leaks on the...
No, not a drop.
Start her up. Should get pressure.
fucking just, yeah, like it's like a fucking two-stroke, yeah. This is so docile. Did we get a flame up? Yeah, bro.
It's the most important part.
Oh, of course. You can't have a no flame on it, no poof, poof, poof.
Like,
Hey man.
right on cue.
Man, I've been MIA all day. I've been MIA all day, so I'm excited to actually get here. It only took me about an hour and a half to get here because the traffic is disgusting.
Yeah, peak out.
So literally left.
This was hard to get.
Man, I left at like 4:30. By the time I went and got a haircut and got here, it was disgusting. Hours and hours. But in saying that, no, I got to get a haircut because I'm jumping on a plane. So I said because I'm jumping on a plane, so I got to get a haircut. But yeah, how are we looking? Mr. T?
So this is the thing I was just
Are you
talking about.
excited?
So
That's the main thing.
I'm excited because this is the, I kind of forgot about the fact that this is the different cams, right?
Yeah.
So fuck, just look at this. Just it's so easy to describe it by just looking. So with the other engine, we had this huge hump where it would move a lot of air at this RPM and make all this power at this lower RPM point. Well, that's like 4,000, 5,000 RPM. Fucking touchscreen. Okay, so now I'm having to take all that fuel back out of there and add it back to the top. I mean, look at the change I'm making, right? To get it to run at the same air-fuel ratio up there, it's taking like 20% more fuel here. Yes, I have to take a bunch out here, but we don't run that.
Yeah.
Like we launch above there. So we're giving, and this is what typically happens when you change the cam. If you make the cam bigger so the engine breathes up more on top,
Yeah.
it's literally like taking a teeter-totter, right? You take a teeter-totter like this, and when you teeter this side down, the other side goes up. You don't get both,
Yeah.
right? You have to trade one for the other. So what we've done, it looks like, is trade a bunch of power down in an area where we're never even going to use it to maybe gain a bunch more up top. Now, obviously, it's going to tell us the story here, but when I get the mixture right. But so far, I'm having to jam fuel in versus the other way
Pull it
around.
out.
Yeah.
So cams and springs are doing their job so far.
It seems to be. So, I mean, this is what's kind of cool is we got the ability to take what we had from there,
Yeah.
which I'm calling the model, right? Because we made it match what that other setup was, and then bring it here with this setup, and then everything else being the same, just manipulate this around to really understand the difference between the two characteristics as far as the engine's concerned.
Good. Sounds good.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we're
we are
learning.
moving in the right direction.
It seems to be.
Excellent. But
And then the end result is that the engine will be tuned, but the important part is that we learn, yes, this is confirmed, it's definitely better.
yeah, well, it's going to be a good cross-reference between
Exactly.
the engine here and overseas. Yes, there's a bit of discrepancies. This is an automatic, that's a manual.
Exactly.
This has different exhaust manifold. It's little things like that.
Yep.
But overall, if we sort of see the same results and the same numbers, then we know that we've got a pretty good package here, right?
Good cross-reference.
Yeah, definitely. Slowly. How does it sound?
Gangster.
Different?
Yeah.
Does it sound different?
It sounds like it's not doing anything. It's only making 15 pounds of boost, so the wastegate's open, and so it's just.
Sounds like a K-Series Honda.
Alex. Alex. Alex.
Don't be a fucking hater.
Don't start. Don't start.
working, Alex?
Yeah, it did. We've turned the lock up on now, and I actually felt it pull the engine down a little bit as I started to accelerate and go into it. So now, like Shane said, we're going to get some more consistent runs on some low boost sweeps, and then Shane's just cleaning up the map now, and probably another couple more pulls. We've just got to check a couple of things that's going on with the oil pressure, make sure that's right, and then we'll start adding some CO2 in it and feeding it some boost.
So for everyone that might not be aware, what is the lockup for this car? Like, what is lockup in general? Because there are some people that might not actually know what that is.
The lockup will actually drive the converter with no slip. So there's actually no slip. Is that how I can?
Yeah, it's a clutch inside the converter.
Yeah.
That the converter will always slip because it's a liquid coupling. So some of that slip is just generating heat and not using the energy the engine's producing to move the car forward. So the lockup is literally a clutch pack in the middle of the converter that, when it's hydraulically activated, takes the slip to zero, just like a clutch in your car would that's activated by your foot. When you let the pedal all the way out, the clutch is locked all the way up. So this is a hydraulically actuated clutch in the middle of the converter that will lock the converter up after you've already gone through all the gears and you want all the slip gone so you get the most amount of speed and ET, least ET.
So why is the lockup converter on now compared to the previous runs?
Because if you've got the torque converter slipping while you're trying to measure power at the wheels, then you don't have a good direct link to whatever the engine power is, because some of the power is being absorbed by the slip in the converter.
So it's more about consistency than anything else at the moment.
It's trying to make the numbers on the dyno repeat better.
That's it, we're done. We're going roll racing. As you can see, Shane is very particular in the way he tunes, and he's literally fine combing the tune up step by step to make sure that everything's clean on the tune up and that it's really nice and neat. And then that was the first hit there with a bit of boost in there. So yeah, that's the first one that's seen a bit of boost. I think it looks good, everything looks pretty okay. And then now from here on in, once we check everything, we'll just make sure that it's all good and go from there. Looking good.
Remember it was falling over?
Yeah.
That's just cleaning up the tune-up and getting it to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to see like a really good baseline.
Yeah.
And now as we go further and further, you're actually going to see a nice flat curve coming across.
So if you see the one from America, it comes up nice and then flattens out real nice. And just continues to make power. So yeah.
So what you're seeing is the same thing, literally.
Yeah, almost less power, less boost.
Of course, but when we start seeing power, like boost, you're going to see it come up and then it'll fucking come flat across.
And don't forget, you can rev this to like 11. Yeah, Shane? You can rev this to like 11.
It's not dropping off, and that's 9,500. So we could go. So when you're stopping in there, like you're stopping looking at the tack, or how are you stopping?
I'm stopping because I'm seeing it flat, and I'm saying I don't need to rev it any more than that.
Well, we need to
but if you want
we need to see where it rolls.
well, you want to see where it rolls over.
When it's, I mean, the fact that it's holding the power.
Yeah. We're good till 11.
I can't.
I think 11. I think they said 11.2.
I mean, if we're gonna why don't we just let me turn it up a little bit more on the next one. Just take that fucker on out and let's see what it does.
What boost is that on?
That was about 33 or 34 pounds.
What it make?
11 something. Oh, hold on. I pulled the data. 1181.
Well,
33.
Yeah.
Brother.
Got drums.
Stick another 10. Right?
1181 we made.
yeah, that's good.
40 up.
Well, the most impressive thing is obviously the power curve and how it, just holds itself and keeps going.
I mean, look, in the end, this is what we want to know, and we want to know this and for the guys from
Kelford.
Thank you. The guys from Kelford, so that we can tell them, like, look, we legitimately ran. Here's what we got, right? And again, they've done all the legwork for us, so we need to go see what it does. And so what I'm saying is, like, instead of turning the thing up until we're out of boost and then deciding to go to 11,000, why don't we just do it now? Whether it's 11 or not, but let's go way further than we gone. Look, where the power rolls over, that's where we're done anyway. But we need to kind of know where that is.
Yeah, cool. We're gonna do one more. Couple more.
Yeah, don't be scared. Don't shock. Like we took it by.
I'm not scared and I'm not shy. I just thought, like, it's staying flat. I don't need to buzz it anymore. Like, I don't need to torture
But
it.
then you're not going to know what it does, and we are going to refer to that on the
okay.
track. So we might as well, like you're saying, figure it out. But again, overseas we took it by mistake to 11.8, and it just stopped making power.
Wow.
So if you go to 10.8 or 11, you're safe. Yeah. You're not gonna hurt it.
I've never seen a RB pull straight across in that RPM and stay flat.
Never. No. They go up, come down. Or they stay flat for a little bit and then come down.
Yeah.
To hold on. Yeah. And what's that? Like, where are we at there? So what's that, 10?
11. That's 11. It's saying that it's like, 12.6, but it's about 11.2, somewhere around there.
11.2? Yeah. And it's still just starting to come down.
Yeah, just a little bit. But it's not nosing over. No, there's no roll.
There's no boost in it either.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah.
Did the kinematics on the cam lobe and the spring, and they give you basically a percentage of, we guarantee this is 100% in control, down to 0% in control.
Wow.
But their cutoff is like, look, when you start getting below 40, you're starting to get to the danger zone because it's not, the engine isn't perfect. So it's not the same as a calculation, it's not the same as spinning the stuff on a machine.
Yeah.
You've got variations, and so their whole cutoff point is that number, 45%. Don't go below 45, so we never have a valve train problem. But I mean, that was 11.3 on my hand. It's okay, maybe it's rolling over a little, It ain't much, but I'll give you another thing. Like, the boost is going backwards with revs. So part of the reason you see it tilt is because the boost is going backwards. If the boost stayed up flat, it would maybe even fucking taper uphill. You can see the boost curve here, right? See how you have a peak where this angle is here and it's like falling downward?
It's identical to the power graph.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying. Of course it's going to be, because the boost is what's making the power, but that's what I'm saying. Like, considering the boost is going down, the power curve is pretty fucking flat. It's pretty stunning. I mean, I'm not sure it was going to give up there either. Other than just doesn't make sense to rev it.
All right, so I'm gonna head off because I gotta go pack my bags because I'm heading to the States tomorrow. So we're gonna go fuck around a bit over there with the Big Mac car. Shane's still here for another day and a half or so. We've been on the dyno pretty much all afternoon.
Afternoon for sure, yeah.
We made a few decent pulls. It's from my point, it's looking amazing, and we're sort of uncovering some really positive signs here. So
we're taking advantage of the fact that we have the dyno for a while, and I'm here for a while, and the car's here, and it's basically the same setup that we now have copied from the US to here.
Yep.
And we're now spending more time measuring, right, what's going on with the valve train and relaying the information back to Kelford. And so yeah, so far that's pretty impressive.
100%. Well, the way it's coming up and the way that it's holding.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and for people that don't understand that, Shane will probably explain that to you later. But yeah, we usually, you see, power curves where it comes up and then comes back down. We're sort of coming up and holding. And in simple term, how would you explain that?
Well, normally what happens is as you increase the engine speed, you run out of the ability to fill the cylinder with air, right? Because as you run out of time, as you keep revving the engine up, you got less and less time to get air in the cylinder. So it hits a peak and then starts falling off, and the further up you go in revs, the further off it falls. And at some point, when the drop off in airflow into the cylinder on each cycle outruns the increase in engine speed, the power drops. Right, so the power curve comes up, and then it'll start rolling backwards, and then it's done. This thing is coming up and just going flat, and it's going flat all the way to 11,300 RPM. Now, granted, we're not running the boost that we're going to run 2,500 horsepower, and it may look different then, but the fact that it will go 11,300 and it hasn't fallen off at all is pretty phenomenal.
Pretty cool.
So that's good information we can feed back to Kelford, and they can either confirm or even maybe come up with something even better, or I don't even know it. I mean, that's pretty phenomenal to me. That's a lot of RPM. That's tough. It's like bike engine style.
100%. So seeing you happy, seeing you impressed is obviously a big thing, because you've seen a lot. I don't think there's a lot that impresses you. So this is pretty cool. And again, testament to some of the development we've been doing over the few months that have passed. So thank you to Kelford so far.
Yeah, big time.
Thank you to everyone that's been involved. I'm going to go pack my bags, get on a plane. By the time this comes out, I would have probably been maybe back or still in the States. Who knows? We have an update from the States. You'll be back by then. Who knows? Cool. Yeah, I'll see you there or whatever, but we're going to see each other again really soon.
It's a tiny microcosm, but this is almost F1 style shit. I mean, they developed, right, and we ran Big Mac there, took that, came here, and now we're running this car here. Now we're relaying this back to Big Mac. Like, so we're just
bouncing.
Yeah, bouncing.
Yeah, off continents.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool thing to be part of.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, that's a wrap for me. Boys are going to stick around. We're going to throw a couple more dyno pulls in here. I think we're going to do what we need to do. You'll do what you need to do tonight and a bit tomorrow. We'll capture some of that footage. Tom's obviously not going to be here. He's going to be jumping on the plane with me coming to the States to do some filming over there. So we'll have some, raw camera footage off the phone like old days.
If we do something spectacular, we'll get something on the phones for you. Don't worry.
That's it. Perfect. So I'll see you back at the house.
Sounds good, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Hey, yo, what's up? I'm down here in Sydney, Australia at Birrong Automotive on the Mainline Pro Hub, and this is far and away the nicest dyno room that I have been in all over the world. We got a scissor lift under the car to lift it up while it's on the dyno. We got 4 pods to control an all-wheel drive car, and then we've got this sound deadening material.
What happened here?
Too much boost.
It's fair to say this dyno room got its test. Afternoon, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, good. So where are we at with the beast?
We're just having a little bit of confusion yesterday and last night with the nitrous system. Like, we couldn't seem to get the thing to work the way we thought it ought to. And honestly, it was really kicking our ass. So we left last night kind of, I don't know, bewildered and not exactly sure what was going on. Decided to come back today and like, let's start making some sense out of things. Let's assume nothing and look through everything. So one of the things we found, we have this sensor here that was installed on the line that goes to the nitrous solenoid, or the fogger actually, between the solenoid and the nozzle on the intake pipe. So the idea here is to be able to measure the pressure that's going between the solenoid and the actual nozzle, so you know what the nozzle pressure is. But one of the problems I found this morning when I looked at it was that the hole in the center of it is relatively small, but on top of that, the way the fitting is threaded in, the fitting end was covering half the hole up, which means potentially there's a little bit of restriction there. And basically our problem was that the nitrous acted like it was smaller than the size of the jet that we were putting in. So the next thing I did was take the nozzle itself out. I thought maybe we got shit stuck in it because it just was changing its mind and doing all kinds of weird shit. But if you look closely, there's the nitrous side. This is a wet fogger nozzle from NOS. So there's the wet side, which is here, and then there's the nitrous side, which is here. Well, if you look down in the nitrous side, that hole's pretty little in there, and I started measuring it, and it turns out that that hole is smaller than the 67 jet that was in it. So that means the 67 jet really isn't the jet. This becomes the jet. So that at least potentially explains some of the issue. We had some other shit, like what was that with that filter on the one bottle? The filter was like caked with shit.
There was a cone filter, it was caked up, and that was blocking it, so that we had an issue as well. We're actually revising the nitrous system now, and we're putting 2 dry nozzles on there. And internally, in the dry nozzles, they're 80 thou in diameter, so we can run a 75 thou jet, 74 thou jet in each if we want. And then moving forward from there, we know that we're going to have the correct flow going through the nitrous and going through the car itself.
We're just confused about what it was doing and just gave up and said, let's just take it all off and look through every piece of it and try and find the answer to why this isn't doing what we think, because this is not that difficult. It should just work. So we're trying to find the problem, and we found a bunch of little potential problems. We're just going to, like, look, anytime you're working on a complex system and you have problems with it, sometimes the problems you find don't seem to make 100% logical sense based on what you see and what the result is that you're seeing. But you can't just leave them problems, right? If you find any problem, you resolve it, and then you just keep working, and eventually a bunch of small, seemingly unrelated problems, the big problem goes away. So that's the theory we're working on right now.
Excellent, guys. And I noticed that we've changed the positioning as well. Yeah, you want to take us through that?
Yeah, we've revised the 2 nitrous jets. It was the wet system, the wet fogger was under the pipe here, which, whatever, it might have been deflecting up against it and not giving us the correct flow the way it needed to. So we've repositioned them in the top part of the plenum, and they're both going to actually spray and go through where it needs to go.
Giving you an equal spray
without
down.
restriction.
Giving you an equal spray down.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the concept is just like, look, we don't know what's wrong, so we're just going to fix every single thing we think might be wrong, and hopefully in that collective grouping of things we change the thing that is the problem, because we can't find anything obvious at the moment.
Correct, but we narrowed it down last night, and we noted that it was definitely from the nitrous.
Yeah, I mean, so the last thing we did last night, we're trying to spool it, and it's doing all this weird shit, we can't never do the same thing twice, and so at some point I'm like, okay, wait, hang on a second. Let's spray this thing on a dyno pole and see what happens. We should get an increase in power. We sprayed it on a dyno. We've made a pole without nitrous at, like, I don't know, 50 pounds of boost with 1,500 horsepower. Then we sprayed it on the next pole. It made fucking exactly the same horsepower. Yeah. The only difference was when the nitrous fuel enrichment came on the ECU, it made the mixture richer, and the lambda control yanked the fuel right back out. So it basically ran with no nitrous. So we knew there's something going on there. We tested it, of course, with the line off and with solenoid, and it seemed like it worked, but We were missing something. It was too late. Our brains weren't working well enough. Went home, have a sleep, come back a little bit refreshed, and here we are.
Okay, we'll touch base once we get the run going. And
before you go, Shane, you're going to need to speak on this side because I don't want that seen in my dyno room.
No, actually, this is we're proud of this. That we're proud that 2,500 horsepower is blowing the wall to pieces here.
V8 in here, you have both fucking walls.
Well done, guys. We'll touch base once we do our pulls. Alex,
Yes.
what are we doing here?
We're just going to test both nozzles and the spray and see how nice they spray and how it comes out. And Shane's going to hit it on the laptop and let it go. I'm just going to hold it while he gives it a bit of a spray.
Let us know when you're ready, Shane.
Stage 1, here we go.
Step back a bit.
These are some of the damage. Obviously the ring gears come off. You see the pieces there. Not too bad. Fuel housing looks alright. Once we take it out, we'll have a look. Does it look alright? Yeah, maybe not.
So this is where it ends. On our final dyno pull, we had a failure of basically the ring gear. The ring gear is the part on the gear around the outside of the flywheel on the engine that the starter uses to turn the engine over when you crank the starter. That gear is made of steel and it sits around the outside of the flywheel, and that gear came apart inside the bell housing. And then the parts contained inside the bell housing, this is the bell housing, the pieces were inside of here, and the converter machined itself on all those parts as it coasted down, and it cut all of the bolts that attach the converter front half and back half together. It's a bolt together torque converter. It machined all those bolts off, and the converter separated itself. The pump section came right off of the face section that goes against the crankshaft, and it separated itself and dumped all the oil out, which is what all the oil was on the floor of the dyno room, and of course the spectacular flame and all of that stuff. So yeah, this bit's not supposed to look like this. The converter itself somewhat survived, other than having all of the bolts around the outside machined off from the parts of the ring gear that came off the flywheel that were laying inside of there while it was turning at 11,300 RPM. So you can see here the flywheel, right? The flywheel stayed connected to the crankshaft, but around the outside here is where that ring gear goes that the starter gear here normally uses to turn the engine over when you start the engine. Well, that ring gear part flew apart from centrifugal force. Maybe it cracked, but it came apart and was contained inside the bell housing, and then the pieces around the inside of the bell housing while the converter and the engine are still turning are just machining parts away one piece at a time until it effectively gets all the bolts off that hold the converter together, and the converter comes apart, then the oil comes out. The engine is still good. It was sitting there idling after all of the flame and smoke and all that stuff. It was still sitting there happily idling along, and we went and shut it off afterwards. So engine-wise, we're good. Transmission, converter, they're gonna need some effort and some work. We need to rethink the flywheel and try again.